Fuck those blue eyes. What? Was it 94? Maybe 95? Hell, at this point, I'm surprised we're both alive. I came down from the river where the salmon run strong, with no map, no compass, no clue where I belong. Just a car, bad ideas, and a half-baked dream, chasing Anchorage lights and a future unseen. I landed at a car wash where the soap flew high, under old Tom with his mad scientist eye. And there stood Pat, tall as a pine, with blue eyes so bright they should have been mine. For 30 long years we've argued that case, each claiming victory with a straight-faced grace. And secretly I've known, though I'd never admit, his eyes probably won damn near all of it. Back then we were young, back then we were dumb, making decisions our older selves run from. He lived in a trailer in Penland Park, like a self-appointed king after dark. I laughed at that trailer, thought the whole thing absurd, and life played a joke too funny for words. A few years later Pat moved down the line, and that same little trailer became all mine. Me and Randy, two babies to raise, Jessica and Obra in those early days. That trailer wasn't glamorous, it wasn't refined, it was diapers and debt and the start of my life. Every morning before sunrise broke, I'd load up my girls and grab a coffee to go. Penland Park to Eagle River, 5 days a week. 4 little kids and not much sleep. Pat headed to work, I take over the fort. Zach and Jacob, snacks and reports. I clean the kitchen, fold the clothes, make the dinners, pack the loads. Put the slippers by the bed at night, like service itself had switched on a light. Sandra paid me enough to stay loyal and broke. Looking back, that's a hell of a joke. Then she moved me into the family firm, where fluorescent lighting was apparently earned. Pat had slacks, Pat had windows, Pat had executive views. I had a storage closet and fluorescent blues. Then I told Sandra I was leaving Randy behind. She had opinions, I had a different mind. Now she wasn't wrong, I was a terrible employee. $8 an hour got $8 worth of me. But what made me laugh was the standard she'd keep. Pat leaves Christina, that's brave and deep. I leave Randy, the world's gonna lapse. Funny how principles develop little gaps. So I left anyway, turns out freedom was mine, and life kept rolling right down the line. Then life shuffled cards like life tends to do, sending him westward and me somewhere new. Vegas, Washington, then Vegas once more. He always seemed headed for some different shore. I met Johnny, he met Jace. The years kept changing names and faces. Kids grew older, hair turned gray. The decades quietly slipped away, yet somehow we'd meet again and again. Like a joke the universe kept telling its friends. A parking garage, an airport gate, 30 years later and still running late. Sometimes casinos, sometimes hotels, sometimes just catching each other up on ourselves. We've never been friends in the soft, gentle way. We sharpen each other more day after day. The kind of old friendship that doesn't play nice, though, from truth, bad jokes, and unsolicited advice. We're two stubborn boomerangs thrown into the blue. The farther we travel, the closer we flew. Through marriages, messes, and all we've been through, the world kept subtracting, but somehow not you. But somehow not you. And this week, because life loves one final twist, Pat runs into Jace as if fate couldn't resist. And somehow my name gets tossed in the fight. Apparently I still live rent-free in their life. Later Pat calls, sounding proud as hell. I defended you. Well, do tell, his defense was simple, his legal review. A whore has to charge and provide a receipt too. I laughed so hard I nearly fell from my chair. 30 years later and we're somehow still there. Most people disappear, that's simply the deal. Some leave, some die, some forget what was real. But Pat
never vanished, not fully, not quite. He just kept showing up to continue the fight. And someday we'll sit on a porch by the sea, two old loudmouth relics still disagreeing, matching rockers, bad knees, a spectacular view, still arguing blue eyes till the day we're through. He'll swear that he won, I'll say that's not true, then lose the debate like I always do. Because after the miles, the losses, the years, the victories, failures, the laughter, the tears, one truth remains when the counting is through. The world kept subtracting, but somehow not you.